I'm sending this transmission to let you know that my planet is beginning to have some shortages due to a bunch of space junk that's keeping the supply ships from being able to land here. I have friends and neighbors who need a few little things here and there, so I've been sharing what I have with them. I'm hearing that people are starting to buy up all of the supplies left on the planet, and they're not sharing with anyone. I'm starting to worry that I won't have enough, and I'm wondering if I should just keep everything that I have for myself. But that doesn't feel right. What should I do?
Dealing with scarcity, lack, or not having enough is difficult. Mr. Trey here to hopefully answer your questions and help all of us understand what we can do when we feel like we don't have enough. First things first, we are calling ourselves rebels because we push or rebel against what the world says. We stand firm on our freedom, and we will not be tangled up by the things that try to keep us from the good plan that God has for us. Like our series verse says in Galatians 5:1, stand firm in the liberty by which Christ has made us free, and do not be tangled up again with bondage. There's an account in the Bible that dealt with this same problem. It was a little more complicated, but I think we can learn some things from what Elijah the prophet did for this woman. Check it out. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you check it out in the description right after this. In our Bible story, this woman had some big trouble come her way. She lost her husband, which is super sad, and she was about to lose her children. That is a pretty good reason to worry. We see that she had nothing to solve the problem she was facing. She also only had a tiny bit of oil, which didn't seem like enough to help anything. Sometimes we worry because we can't see how we can solve whatever problem or trouble we are facing. Elisha was a prophet of the Lord, which means that he heard God's voice. The woman didn't know what to do, but she did know who would know. Elijah heard from God. So the widow knew that God would have a plan and an answer to her worry and lack. That reminds me of our big answer. I will not be tangled up by what I lack. That's right. I will not be tangled up by what I lack. God was able to use what she had, even though it didn't seem like enough to her. She miraculously poured out her oil into all the empty pots she had gathered. God will use everything we give him, even when it doesn't seem like enough. That's our memory verse in Philippians 4:19. My God will supply every need according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. Have you ever wondered if what you have is enough? Enough friends? Enough food? Maybe enough talent? Enough resources? Well, God can use what you have. He can also do a lot with a little. Lack can make you afraid to give, but that is what we are called to do. The trap, or what gets us tangled up, is the fear of not having enough, that we are not enough, or maybe we won't ever have enough. The oil didn't start flowing until she began to pour it out. Our memory verse says, my God will supply every need. Who is supplying what we need? God. Who is it? God. That's right. According to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. Does he supply according to what we have? No, it's according to his riches. I got a challenge for y'all, to our rebel friends and to all of you. We need to rebel against just looking at what you don't have. Don't compare what you have to others, and don't compare what others have to what you have. Our memory verse, Philippians 4:19. My God will supply every need according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. God is pretty rich. God supplies us with everything we need. So don't get tangled up in focusing on lack or what you don't have or not enough resource or time. You need to pour out your time and pour out your encouragement and do whatever you can do to help others without fear of not enough.